You want to know things about little old me? Well, tell them, Jeremy. My secrets are on lock and key. Except today, because I asked you to ask me questions, so I'm going to answer them. Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you're doing great, staying safe, and spending some time with the ones you love. And this channel, apparently. But either way, we hit 10,000 subscribers recently, and I'm so very thankful for it. It's mind-blowing that after like 6 years, we have achieved so much, and I'm still so blown away by it, but thank you so much. And that's why I wanted to give you an opportunity to learn about this me. Starting off with Twitter. Follow my Twitter, by the way, please. We have Chips and Dips. What are some of your hobbies outside of YouTube? Well, it's the obvious, gaming. I don't play too many games on my own because of, YouTube and being busy and such, but I try and keep a few games that I don't post on the channel. Try and keep some stuff like separate from like the work side of gaming, which sounds weird to say, like the work side of like playing video games, but I do try and keep a few games that I solely just, play in my own time when I do have time. Mainly Back 4 Blood. I've been playing a lot with Taylor. We've had a lot of fun in that game, and I've tried to start the Halo Infinite campaign. It's taken me a while because I can't play too much, but it's pretty fun. I like it. I do enjoy it. But other than gaming, I do a lot of lifting weights, as you couldn't tell by these muscles. But I also compete in powerlifting, which is a sport where you go for your max on squat, bench, and deadlift. And that's something I do in my own time. Again, it's not something that I try to put out there on the internet too much. I like to keep some parts of my life just, for myself. I don't think you should try to commoditize everything you do. Is that a word? I don't monetize, I should say, I guess. Make content out of every aspect of your life. I look at those people that did daily life vlogs every single day of their life and shared every little detail. It drives a person insane. So I do a lot of lifting with Taylor. Me and Taylor both do powerlifting, and try and play some games. Other than that, I don't do too much. I would love to get into hiking and some more outdoor stuff, because I do get kept inside a lot from work and that gaming. So I would like to get outside a bit more, do some hiking. It is just cold right now, so it's not for me right now. The Clumsy King. Oh boy, what's this gonna... If you were a Spider-Man and you were holding a bus full of orphans over a bridge and one web shooter, and you had me and the other web shooter, and you had to let one of them drop to their death to save the other, how would you let the orphan family know that you put so much faith into this contracted friend? I said it, contracted. It's... I'm sorry, man. I don't foresee this going the way you think it would, Clumsy. What do you want me to say? They're orphans. I've said it before. Orphans don't deserve more hardships in life. When we play Mr. Hops, that's all I was saying. That, orphans don't deserve these kinds of troubles. And what's one Australian guy that lost like a dolphin? What? You'll be fine, Clumsy. I'm sure you can survive the fall. Moving on to some other hard-hitting questions. Got Poised. Big congrats, Pecan. Thank you so much, Poised, man. Honestly, Poised is one of the most genuine, wholesome, true to themselves YouTubers that I've seen. He has always been so kind and supportive to me, Clumsy, and some other smaller channels ever since Escape the Awoki. And the fact that he's stopping by, thank you, Poised. Thank you genuinely. I appreciate it, man. Ren says, Merry Christmas, Pecan. Also, yes, it's the beard, referring to me asking why you guys stick around the channel. It's clearly the beard. My views drop anytime I have to shave it. Yeah, it's fine. I understand. I'm no comedian. I'm just a dude with a beard on the internet, and I know my role, and I'm happy to stay in my lane, But thank you, Ren. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy New Year's. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe and having fun. A very long time viewer of the channel. I always love to see you around. Good job on 10K and happy holidays. Asked Jeremy his favorite color. Well, Jeremy, maybe you should just answer this one for us.
Red for the blood of the innocent.
Okay. Well, I'm just never gonna ask Jeremy his opinion on anything ever again. That was a mistake on my part, guys. Sorry. XLemons has a few questions. Hey, Pecan, hope you're doing well. Here's a few questions for you. Question 1, how was your Christmas this year? It was nice, lovely, very small, just with my immediate family, as I don't want to risk anybody's health this season. That's the last thing we need, but it was very nice. Thank you for asking. How was all of your holidays? I hope it was well. When did you start posting on YouTube? Like I said, about 6 years ago, I started the channel and started posting, but very infrequently. I don't think I started posting daily or close to daily for a couple of years after that, because I was still very unsure the path I wanted to take the channel down. But also it's really weird for me to look back on, because the channel really didn't start growing until literally like a year or two ago. So it's been an odd journey on the channel, but I thank you all so much for being a part of it. Why did you decide to make videos, especially off of horror games? Well, this goes to, you know, why I started in general, is because I watched a lot of people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and they were the people who kind of got me into the community of YouTube. I didn't, you know, not to get into too much detail, because I think I've gone into this a few times before, but I didn't have too many friends back then. So talking to people in like the YouTube comments and like just watching YouTubers, it really does give you a sense of community, and I liked that. And honestly, they were just entertaining folks. So I watched people that played horror games off of the bat, and that's kind of what got me interested into YouTube gaming and Let's Play scene. So I kind of just grew off of that inspiration and wanted to kind of be like them, I guess. Thank you for the question, though. Moving on to kofi. I actually have a few. Sorry if they've already been answered. That's fine. I don't mind talking. I love to hear myself talk. You've seen my videos. I ramble a lot. What or who inspired you to make YouTube videos? Well, I don't mind saying this again. Markiplier was pretty much the biggest inspiration, on top of Ethan, Jacksepticeye, a few YouTubers of the similar category. They all kind of inspired me to do what I do now, and I still look up to them a lot as you know, people that are in the position that they've wanted to get to, and still humble about it and trying to do good. And that's what I try to aim for this channel: doing good, helping entertain people, and try to just do the best that we can with this channel, you know? Did you ever doubt that you could make videos? Oh, yes. I have horrible self-confidence. Yes, I did doubt myself a lot, and that's why I kind of started and stopped a lot in the beginning. Well, not started and stopped, but like kind of did a few different styles of videos. Like at the very beginning, like I started off with the like Let's Play thing, then I was like, should I do like a funny moments style, like montage, like shorter videos? I really changed up the style and the format a lot, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that, you know, you should be willing to adapt and try new things with anything in life. But yeah, there was obviously a lot of doubts, because YouTube and social media, content creation, etc. in general, it's not like an overnight thing like you might see from like an outside perspective. Like this is taking me like tens of thousands of hours over the course of 6 years. So yeah, it was hard to you know, keep going with it. But like I said, I keep going back to this, but Markiplier talked about it like randomly in one of his videos, that, you know, YouTube is hard. It's very hard to do now. It's saturated, but if it's something that you really want to do and are passionate about, that you can make happen. And I took that to heart, and just through sheer determination and a lack of giving up, I just kept pushing forward, because it was something I wanted to do. And I've always wanted to like entertain people from like a young age of a wee lad. I wanted to be like a comedian, but then I realized I couldn't talk well in front of people. So, but no, seriously, with anything that's challenging, you're going to doubt yourself. But it's very cliche, but I always just try and remember why I started and what has changed. What has changed over the time of me trying, and has that affected why I'm doing this? And I always come back to the fact that I just want to make entertaining content and make people laugh. And that's something that's been very core to me throughout my entire life. So that's what's kind of kept me pushing past my doubts. What is the scariest game that you've played on the channel? Oh, that's hard. I've played a lot of scary games. Probably the games that have made me scream the most have been puppet combo games. I genuinely have been losing my voice from playing those games sometimes, from how much I scream. Like anything of that VHS style retro horror game, it just scares me a lot. I don't know why. But also Chill's Art is another amazing developer that a lot of people do know about, but I feel like not enough people know about. Okay, Akamanto, hands down one of the scariest games, because of the chase sound effect music that still haunts me to this day. I remember not wanting to progress in the game during a live stream when I was trying to get other endings. I just didn't want to keep going because that chase music was so terrifying. Blurface, another longtime viewer. appreciate you for being here. Hope you're doing well. How do you maintain such a marvelous beard? General good hygiene. Make sure you're washing and conditioning like you do your regular hair. I try and condition it almost daily. I use shampoo maybe once or twice a week. Comb it regularly. Be hygienic. Be hygienic. Any thoughts, collabs with anybody? I don't really plan on doing like collabs with new people typically. Like in general, I kind of just wait to see if I find somebody who I genuinely mesh with and am seeing that I can be friends with. You know, I don't want to do a collab with somebody just for the sake of doing collab, you know. Like I only want to make videos with people that I can see myself genuinely meshing well with and connecting with, and like somebody who I could be friends with essentially. Like me and Clumsy, we talk a lot. We played some games outside of just collabing, and I feel like if you're not genuinely in a good relationship like that, then the content isn't going to be good. So yeah. Speaking of the Clumsy King, how far in a relationship do you realize that I was a sociopath? Do you have this mixed up? Maybe it was the time where we were in a bathtub together and you made my chest bleed a little bit because you were waxing it so hard and aggressively. I think that was the moment I realized. And if you had to take a leg off your table, which would you take off? Based off the physics, if you take one leg off, the table should technically be stable enough that it wouldn't fall necessarily if you're positioning objects on the table in the correct way, in the correct weight. So I would say the left one. joshkiboshgaming, what is your beard routine? It's immaculate. Okay, so I use I have it here. I have a wide tooth comb for my hair, and I have a slightly thinner tooth comb for my beard. You want a wider tooth comb for like curlier or wavy hair. So this beard hair is a lot like coarse or smaller. I don't know, but I use a tighter tooth comb a little bit for it to get the knots out, detangle it. Like I said, I condition it almost daily, shampoo it a couple times a week. I don't really use like the oils and stuff. I don't know if I should, but they're expensive and I don't got the money for that type of stuff. So I just wash it, condition it, make sure you wash your face, and like I said, use a nice comb. Benny, sup dude? My only question is, how are you? Life good? Life's been pretty good. I've been pretty hopeful actually. Hitting 10K has been a milestone that I've wanted to hit for a very long time. And like I said, it's made me very hopeful for what we can do in this next year. I always start off the year very, very much on the idea and the mindset. You can ask any of my YouTuber friends, but I'm like, this is going to be the year that I'm going to push extremely hard. My hard work is going to pay off, and we're going to make stuff happen and do great stuff and make good content. And it's going to be so funny and entertaining, and there's going to be so many jump scares. But this year, starting off on such a high milestone, I don't know. I'm feeling really confident and really happy, and I hope I can just make great content for you guys this year. So I'm feeling pretty good, pretty confident. Thank you. Sven, how's it going? What games are you planning to play? Well, the only game that I have on my radar right now would probably be Choo Choo Charlie. It's the game that's kind of been blowing up on TikTok and then on Twitter as well, about a horror train that looks like a spider. I hate spiders. If you've been in the channel for a while, I hate spiders so much. I don't like them. I don't at all. They creep me out just thinking about them. And they made it into a train, which is kind of weird. I don't know if I can deal with the spider train, but that's the only game that I've had on my radar. Eza Starsky. Hi, Pecan. I discovered you from the game, the Pancake official game show. Oh, I love that game. And it was awesome that Demon Studios let me voice act in that and some other games. It was a ton of fun. So I'm glad you found the channel from that. That's amazing. Congrats on 10K. My question is, what advice would you give to people who wanted to start making videos? Well, it's very cliche, but I would say make sure you know what style and category of videos that you want to make, because YouTube being very saturated, it's hard to grow without like a niche category almost. I feel like you need to know what you want your channel to be about before you start making content. So put in a lot of planning. Also, make sure you're keeping up with stuff outside the platform as well. You want to be using other social medias. Speaking of mine, links in the description. Go check them out. Making content outside of the platform is just as important as making content on the platform. And also, always try to like learn new stuff. I always try and learn new edits, watch new YouTubers to see kind of what they do, not to steal from them, but to kind of know that like your style is not the only style, and that if you are only watching your own videos back, that you're probably going to get stuck in like a rut of making content. So try and learn from other people, you know, not to steal from anybody. Do not steal content or styles of editing, but you can always take inspiration from other people and make it into your own. So be well versed, you know, and all that stuff, I would say. Chris Mind, are you and Clumsy still together? I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, we were in a bathtub together. I can see what you mean by that, but yes, I guess we're still friends. I know he's been kind of spotty with uploading content, but I'm back editing videos for him. So he should be making a comeback officially. Okay, he's back. Go check out the Clumsy King. But yes, we've still always, even when he wasn't posting, we've always been in contact and talking. How are you doing? Ready for New Year's? Well, speaking of that, Happy New Year's, everybody. Taylor, and when is she taking over again? Taylor, I don't want to ever force her to be in videos, but she wants to be in videos. So we'll find some stuff that she can play and bring her on the channel. I love, you know, subjecting her to horrifying horror games. She doesn't play horror games. She doesn't at all, but we'll see if I can find something that she would want to play. And I'm doing okay, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. Cooper, how's it going? Hope you are doing good. Thank you for being at the cherry stream again. But how long have you had that glorious beard? I've actually been like growing, not this length, but a pretty full beard since I was like 16. Which was weird because people thought I was like in my 20s, even though I was in high school. But yeah, I've had this for a while. AK Legendary, what is the most useless talent I have? I don't really can't do it anymore, but I could like bend my fingers completely back, like over the joints. That probably wasn't the best to do as a child. It might have had irreparable damage to my body. I don't know, because I can't really do it anymore. So it must have had some kind of negative effect. I'm kind of questioning my life choices now. And have you ever been on TV? No, I don't think I have, and I don't know if I would want to. I don't know. I don't think it would be like a good actor. Pretty Trash Gamer 4. What was your first horror game? Mine was Resident Evil 4. I've said this a few times, but yeah, I guess Resident Evil 4 was one of my first. I would consider it more like actiony than horror, but I guess it does, you know, I would say that was probably one of the first games that I played on my own. Other than that, there was an SCP horror game about the staircase SCP, where you just go down into a continuous staircase until a demon kills you. I played that with a couple friends, along with the original Slenderman, like the 8 Pages game. Those were some of the first horror games that I played before I even started this channel and like kind of really got into horror games. But yeah, I guess I would say Resident Evil 4 was the first one that I played on my own. Joey, what's one piece of advice you have for aspiring YouTubers? Like I said, know what kind of content you want to make, and I can't emphasize enough, make sure you're present on like other social medias as well, like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and such, because it's important. You know, you never gonna understand like how much that can help you until you try it. You know, I didn't do it for the first couple years of my channel. I didn't think that I would need to. Of course, always focus on the content first, because no matter how much promotional content you make outside of YouTube, if your content on YouTube isn't good, nobody's going to want to stick around anyway. But once you have a like feel for editing and your style of content on YouTube, make sure you're also focusing on those other platforms as well. And finally, we got Anna. What did you get for Christmas? Or did you say that already? I got some, for powerlifting, some wrist wraps and knee sleeves that are really important and cool, and I really like that. Other than that, you know, some socks and stuff, pretty cool. Liked it. Oh wait, no, hold on. I got this. It's a Bop It, but it's Chewbacca. See, it does, you know. But that's all the questions that you guys had for me. I hope you learned a bit about me, I guess. I guess that's the point of this. I don't know. But either way, then, thank you all so much for 10,000 subscribers. It's mind-blowing that this has been such a huge year for the channel. I'm blown away. Like I said, when I first saw that we hit it, I was in a 5 below. Puppy, hello, Kahlua. Kahlua just came inside to say hi. But I was saying we were in Five Below to buy stuff for Kahlua, and I checked and we hit it. I literally jumped up for joy. You can ask Taylor. I jumped up and I was so excited. I screamed a little bit. People thought I was probably insane, but I was just so excited, so happy, and so blown away. I can't even express it, man. It's crazy. Thank you all so much for being here. This community and all of you means so much. I wouldn't be making videos if I didn't, have all of you amazing people supporting me, and I can't thank you enough. But either way, thank you all for being a part of the adventurers here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great New Year's, and I'll see you in our next adventure. Bye-bye.